Victor with LakelandCarKeys.com. I'm currently sitting in a 2017 Dodge Caravan. This is the customer's original fobik remote key. This is called a fobik. It is an all-plastic remote key. It goes into a little box here, which is called the WIN module, W-I-N, or wireless ignition module. Even though it's wireless, the wireless only controls the remote functions on this button. You do have to stick it in and turn it to start the car. But it does have a remote start feature so that if you're outside of the car, you can hit the lock button and hit the circle 2 times quickly, and it will activate the remote start. So I am going to go through a process of adding this new key with my Autel IM508. So I'm going to go into a mobilizer. Actually, I'm going to take their old key and stick it in. I turned on the hazards. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and auto detect the VIN number. And from the menu, we'll select Dodge. Okay. Okay. Alright, so you got 2 options. You got Smart Key, which would be the push button start, and you got fobik key, which is the turn key. So we're going to go ahead and select fobik key. Alright, it gives us our password. So I'm going to go into control unit or mobilizer. Now there's 3 different types it could be, and there's no real indication of what type to select, so we just start with 1 and work our way up. If programming fails, then we'll move to type 2 or type 3. Alright, I'm going to select key learning. Key learning. Alright, so right now it tells us there's 3 keys in the system, and when we add this one in, we want to see it change to 4. Alright, it pulled up our password that we got. Alright, I can hear the dash doing some things. Alright, so that one told us learning failed. It seemed like it was, oh, well, there you go, that's why it failed. I had the original key in there. I was supposed to switch it to the new key. So you can't program the key that's already learned to the car. What you can do is what they have a feature on here called all keys lost. We'll erase all keys out the system, and then with Dodges, we can add these keys back in. So had it been a situation where I had to erase keys, I could have erased it, but not necessary here. So we're going to just go ahead and try that programming over again. Alright, and see how fast after it dinged. Now we have 4 keys. This key is now in our system. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Just double check the remote functions work. Stick back in. And start it up. So once we get our car running, we want to make sure that it stays running for at least 10 seconds, and the mobilizer light that's on the dash is out. On this car, it's just a little red circle, but it's gone. The car stays running. We have 4 keys. So we're going to move ahead on to cutting the blade, which is a CY24 blade inside the original key. So I'll just pop this in my machine, decode it, and cut the new blade. If he did not have this key with the blade to copy, I do have tools that will decode the locks and get that code, or I could pull the code by VIN number for additional cost. But I'm going to go ahead and get this blade cut, and this job will be complete.
Most of my time getting here is going through that stupid construction.
Alright, so now we're going and we're decoding his original key, and basically the probe will go down and it'll read it. It's the same cuts on both sides, so it only reads 1, and then we can just go ahead and So I'm controlling the key machine with my Key Tool Max here. So those are the cuts that I got. I can select find bitten, and then once it finds bitten, it'll give me a key code. And what we do is we put the new key in and we cut by code. And what that does is, hypothetically, if this key was worn and one of the, bittens might not be reading exactly what it is, when we cut by code, it cuts by numerical calculations that are already in the machine, so it gives us an accurate brand new key every time. Alright, so from the machine, I'm going to go ahead and select cut key. And hopefully if the probe reads everything right while it's checking out the position of the key, it'll just automatically go in and start cutting. And then we just test the key on the door. And once that's done, this job is complete. Alright, and this is the cut blade, so we just go in and just double check it. We could lock and unlock. Alright, and that's a completed job. Thanks for watching. LakelandCarKeys.com.